Oh, already here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's alright.
Just take a few minutes, I promise. Yeah, it's perfect.
So we go check 1, 2, check.
It's good. So first of all, this won't take long. You just look at me. You've done this before. What brings you here, obviously?
Well, I'm here because my first book just came out a little while ago, and it's called Rhythm Science, and it's about DJ culture and contemporary art from the viewpoint of how do you think about collage and sampling as kind of just the basic vocabulary. It's like everybody, iPod, cell phones, you name it.
You're making it basically. You're talking and doing stuff like this. You're making it a household name.
Yeah, well, my book focuses not only on that, but I'm an artist, so I have CDs in stores and iTunes, MySpace, all that kind of stuff.
How long have you been doing this?
I graduated in the ancient early 90s, and I just hit the ground running when I moved to New York in the mid-90s, so I guess about 10 years.
So when it comes to, how would you describe your spinning and all that stuff and everything else you do?
I'd say it's my style of music and hip-hop, electronic music, all that is like hip-hop for the non-knucklehead generation.
and like for the retired people in Asheville, how would you describe that?
I would say, think of your record collection and all the vinyl you have, and you just throw it up in the air and just juggle it and catch it and make some interesting rhythms out of it.
And how was that philosophy class today? What did y'all talk about?
The philosophy class, we talked about this idea of how do you represent reality in the era of media overload. So sampling is like playing with history,
So essentially, it's your outlook, it's your outlet in terms of visually telling your own stories and what you think, what you feel about history, obviously, and how you feel.
Yeah.
You put your own personal touches on it.
Every record is a memory, so you can just play with that. I collected records since I was a kid. My dad left me his record collection, so I just kind of grew up with that. And, instead of just press and play, I wanted to play with them, so through scratching and doing that. Yeah.
How does it make you feel that of all the lecturers coming here at UNC Asheville, you are probably by far the coolest in terms of what you're bringing?
I don't know. Everybody has a different style. It's just very 21st century. Everything is, it's like just a different website. That's all I can say.
Different website. And what do you mean by that? Just real quick. What do you mean? Just different flavor, different style?
Yeah, different flavors, different uplink. Different cell phone, text message.
What are you gonna do today? What are you gonna do during this demonstration, man?
I'm going to talk about sampling as global storytelling and how it's influenced so many different cultures and different styles.
Okay. Can you elaborate any more? Generally, like going
sure.
into
think of it as New York meets global culture. Like it's not just about America, but if you look at what's going on with sampling, whether you're in Jamaica or Australia or Japan, Europe, everybody's trading files, and that's music. Napster, iTunes, MySpace. The generation of people that have grown up with that, I think we view music as a global exchange. You just download it and just see what goes next.
Have you got anything special for the mountains? Do you always use your own little twist, I guess?
No, I make my own tracks, and I'm a producer. In fact, I just helped produce Yoko Ono's new album, and her first new album in a while. She's the woman with the Beatles and John Lennon.
If you were to sample some music, not music up here, which would be a little bit of fiddle, could you do it?
Yeah, I'd love the soundtrack to Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's a little bit of, this area, right?
Yeah.
And I love Harry Smith and Harry Smith Art Anthology and the whole Black Mountain College. I collect records from that scene. Joseph Albers taught there.
Yeah.
He helped invent the record cover sleeve.
And then when these kids, what do you hope when you leave that these kids take away from it? These people in general, but mainly the kids.
I would say I'd love it if people would leave here thinking tonight that sampling and art are not separate, that they are the same, and just depends on which angle you look at it.
And last question, I promise. Describe the actual spinning. Just when you turn turntable on records, just visual, like if you were to put it in words, tell me what it's all about.
You have to imagine, for me, music isn't music, it's information. So you can play a record like that, or you can sample it, which means you bounce in your computer, you cut it up, and you make new tracks out of it. So I go like hooga hooga 1 2, just scratch it like that, and it's good to go.
You're the man. You're good to go too. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.